I'm back with all these guys. These are legends.
And you know this.
When people be saying to me, DC, you a legend, don't call me that, because legends die. Legends, they live about 3 more months. I ain't no legend. I ain't one word about my legacy. Y'all concerned with y'all's legacy?
I'm not concerned about my legacy, but I want to be thought of as someone who lived a good life,
Really?
a responsible life, and
I really,
did for others.
You know, I mean, I don't want to be just all the way don't give a damn, but I really don't give a shit.
I mean,
I try to live decent while I'm here and do what I can.
Right.
But when I'm gone, I really don't give a shit.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's when you're gone, but right now, you don't want nobody walking the planet like, man, there goes DC. He's a, you know what, he's a piece of you know what. You don't want that. So there is a form of fashion. I don't think you would even get your blessings if you were just totally out there.
I'm not. I'm just telling you about my legacy when I'm gone.
We're not gonna be concerned because you'll be in a better place.
What the hell you want to say?
Oh yeah,
right. Ain't nothing you can do about it no way.
That's everybody. Yeah, what you gonna say?
But at your funeral, do you want 5 people or 500?
Well, that depends on the weather. I don't remember who said it, but it was a saying. It's sad, but the attendance at your funeral will be greatly determined by the weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. The black person's funeral for sure.
Your age.
Have you noticed?
I don't agree with that. It could be determined by your age
I ain't particularly about having a funeral.
Do you notice?
I ain't gonna be there.
Cause if you leave by 90, if you live to 90, a lot of your friends probably go before you.
We've been to a lot of funerals. You notice that the people, when the weather is the worst, they get a bigger crowd than when the weather is good.
No, that's not right.
I've seen bigger crowds when the weather is terrible.
Well, they would have been bigger if the weather had been all right.
Oh,
it's bigger than that.
But I mean, I'm not really concerned with that. I'm really not.
Well, to me, my legacy gonna be my kids and my grandkids. So that's why I'm just trying to do what I gotta do to.
What do you want to say, granddad was an asshole?
No, I'm just, I don't want to have them straight. I just want to be straight. You know what I'm
gonna say
saying?
granddad was an asshole.
Well,
I'm talking about your legacy, man.
Like that's to me. That's gonna be my legacy. Is my kids and my grandkids. That's my legacy.
That's what you got to offer to the world.
You want to set them up to be good when you gone.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you go have some more then, like Nick Cannon? He gonna have a hell of a legacy.
Yes, sir.
Well, he got fixed. He went and got the procedure done. So.
Hey, you get fixed for it. You got 11 kids.
Yeah, well, a little bit too late now.
You need to be fixed. You all out of sperm. Shit.
You might as well go for 12.
You don't need to be fixed.
Yeah, go for the baker's dozen.
You need to learn how to shoot on the back.
You got football team, whole squad.
Whole squad.
Nah, DJ, I ain't gonna lie. When I was back there before we had the rubber thing problem, I used to know how to pull out and don't cheat in the girl.
That shit don't work.
This man said a rubber thing problem. What you mean rubber problem?
I mean, that's a problem. When you just start wearing rubber
you wouldn't use it.
Man, that was a problem for me.
Say for you.
For me, putting the rubber on was a problem. Okay, that made me be faithful.
Pull out, that work.
Yeah, I would pull out. I knew when to pull out.
I taught your daddy.
I learned how to do that. He
said that work with you.
Huh? No, it didn't.
I thought your daddy, he said he tried to pull out, but you still here.
Yeah, he shot me dead in the
head. That is just blind luck. The greatest deception ever is the pull out thing. But
I learned it. I learned the art of the pull out. I knew when to pull out.
Yeah,
and that don't work like that, bro.
Yeah, I beat my meat and learned when to, okay, I feel it. I know now. Daddy told me one time.
That's totally different.
The moment you feel that tingling,
he told me, the boy, you got to learn when the gun about to shoot.
The moment you feel that tingling, it's too late.
I knew when to pull out. I'm telling you.
You
I had one kid and all of my endeavors.
I don't have any kids, but I mean, some of that stuff is blind luck.
Were you shooting in or out?
Hey, look, that's not your bad. I'm
saying, were you shooting in or out?
Well, Bo, you do know. You do know before the full load, you already know that it's some shit that already got away already.
I know that you get some secretion and maybe sneak up in there.
But that's enough. You do know that's enough.
But I know when the secretion was happening.
But it's a lot of men out here.
Get what? Hold on. Get what?
It's a lot of men out here.
Hold on. Get what?
You lied, DC.
I knew when a woman period was on, when it's 10 days before, 10 days after, when
how do you know that?
How did you? Yeah.
You gotta ask him. I feel him on that.
Girl and the doctor.
I feel him on that.
I asked the girl and the doctor.
Oh, so you did
him on what?
Like that 10 before that. I feel him on that.
What doctor did you ask? You went to her doctor?
I mean, I'm just telling you, man. It's a biological way the woman's body works, the way the clock works.
You gotta ask him, man.
In the direction
first place, you lying.
I'm telling you,
you ain't went to no woman's doctor.
Right. No, not the. I didn't go to their doctor. I talked to the woman herself.
That's a lie.
I would talk to the woman herself. I went right to the and asked the doctor.
Why did you go to the doctor with her?
She had some procedure to do. Wasn't no sexual thing. But I used to ask questions, dog.
Hey, Bo loved him for real. Bo was just no boyfriend.
You telling me that the woman's
Bo was wiping them all up.
The woman was
wiping his side chicks up.
Told you.
Administration period is this time.
Bo was wiping them up,
acceptable to get pregnant.
I'm stupid, man.
Bo was wiping them up.
Why would I make this shit up?
Bo was wiping his side chicks up, man. Let's just go say.
How long was you with this woman before you went with her to the doctor?
It wasn't just this woman.
That's all I want to know.
I knew every woman I dated.
So every woman you dated, you went with
every woman's doctor.
Every woman I dated.
Stupid, man.
Bo was caking them.
I didn't ask every woman, doctor. I had to ask every woman. I knew when her menstrual. I knew the time clock. And when she told me when she was on her period, I knew how many days before and after I could do, ejaculate in her and not ejaculate in her.
Man, it's DisRace. You can go and say it. You can say fuck.
Nah, that's a disgrace that he's telling that lie. This is DisRace, not disgrace.
It's true. There's a period before and after where you can ejaculate without.
There is, but you don't know what it is.
And guess what? You can tell when a woman ovulating too. I learned that trick.
It's some
she
truth
come
to
in the
it.
club and she loose booty dancing and ain't got no drawers on, she ovulating. If she covered up, drawers all up to here, you ain't getting no pussy that night.
But if you go to the club and a woman shaking with no drawers on, that bitch burning. She got something. You talking about she wiggling with no drawers on in the club.
I used to study this shit, man. It was a science to this shit. This ain't something I just
young fellas do not listen to that bullshit. That is not true. Don't you listen to that shit.
I can't let you mislead the people like that, bro.
I did my own study, dog,
and that's why you kept winding up at the clinic. Doing your own studies.
I ain't never been in no clinic.
It's millions of guys out here who believe in the pullout game and don't like know about it. Everybody believe that at some point she's so fine.
In that? Who even wants it? I mean, at the end of the day, you really don't want that. You really don't want that. You do it because somewhere in your mind.
You don't know nothing about it. You don't have to finish yourself. They're going to finish you.
So you never ever had a chick that you thought was so fine, and even though y'all ain't been around each other a whole lot, that you ain't going there raw?
No.
Stop the cap, man. Come on, bro.
How you be goated?
Come on, man.
No, nigga, listen.
Come on,
growing up, listen. When I grew up, the niggas I grew up around, that was our thing. We used to go buy boxes of condoms at the Seiko, the Rite Aid, the Walgreens. We used to buy them. We used to go buy them. That was our thing. If you had sex with a girl at the condom, you was lame. We didn't even hang with you.
But you got 5 kids.
That's the type of nigga I was. I was grown. This was after I got grown with one woman. With one woman.
Stop it.
Well, full one. But
stop.
You got
4 1. I got 4 1.
We don't like to lie on this show. We're a very truthful show, and you mean to tell me
that
every woman?
Listen, when I was younger, every woman I was with when I was younger,
I got to go with.
You slept with under 10 women.
No, listen.
You slept under 10 women. Then
there's
no way.
When I was younger and I was out there going ham,
that ain't what I asked you about. I said, have you ever?
But of course, I got a woman. Of course,
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about you ain't never been with a chick that's so fine. I ain't talking about your main woman.
No,
that you went in there.
If she was not my main woman, no.
Oh my God, stop it, bro.
And I done been with some fine. If she was not my main woman, no.
If she was your main woman and she was fine, you ain't never go up in there every time you went in there with a condom. You ain't never go up in there raw.
If she was not my main woman, no.
Stop it, man.
If she was, yes. But if she wasn't, no.
Stop it, bro.
Why? Because you didn't?
Man, I'm looking at the producers now.
Well, because you didn't. No, but you can't judge me on your parameters, homeboy.
I ain't judging you.
Okay, so you can't tell me what I wouldn't do. I'm telling you, if she was not my main woman, that's not what I did.
Listen, the man and woman is listening to this show.
Right. He can't say that.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not from Alabama, Mississippi. I'm up north. Up north, we do shit a whole lot different.
You could be from Beirut.
I'm just telling you, that's not something that we did. I don't care if I find you.
In Mississippi and Alabama, they always use condoms when they're fucking with the animals on the farm.
Yeah, but that's the other demographic.
No, nigga, I don't. No, I ain't got down like that.
Yeah, that's other demographic.
That's the mother
Like that, player.
But,
I swear, I've been to Bo's father's farm. I saw a calf out there. I swear, Bo.
I know I got a couple.
That's your calf, boy.
I'm sorry to say it. Yeah, I got a son out there. He's a bull now. But let me tell you something, Mook man. I told my son, you can have sex with a condom, and that woman will have no connection with you. She'd get up, she ain't felt you or nothing. But when you have that raw sex with a woman, that is emotion. That is chemical reaction.
That ain't true.
And that will connect you with that woman.
That's true for little dick niggas.
That's
That is not.
I guess you took a needle and put holes in the condom.
That's true, dog.
It's not, man.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm telling you, because it's the mental fact that something can happen between the birds can happen.
If that's your main woman,
that could be an STD.
If that's your main woman, but if this is a chick that you met at the club and you taking her back home for one of them things, it ain't about being mental.
I can understand you have a condom.
That's what I'm saying. My main woman, my girlfriend, no, I didn't wear condoms with my girl. But chicks I met and I knew it was just going to be that, I did.
I'm not saying it's on a one night stand.
Holyfield said he don't never use them.
I ain't saying it's a one night stand.
Like he didn't. He got leather.
But I will say, if she fine and you done been out with her more than once or twice, and she ain't your girl, and she fine, you are not gonna sit here and tell me.
She started sucking you in the car and jump up on you right then. You ain't got no condom around. You ain't hold up. We ain't got no condom. Hold up. We ain't got no condom. You finna go on in,
bruh. I was the type of dude.
In my mind, I'm just going through the list of people who I hope ain't listening to this show.
Yeah. I never been impressed with a girl because she fine. That didn't mean nothing to me.
Man, I did.
I was a player, nigga. That shit didn't bother me. I ain't care nothing about that.
You ain't no player.
I ain't care nothing about that.
Witherspoon. You wasn't no player.
She look good. I ain't gonna wear no rubber. That's weak. That's lame right there.
You wasn't no player.
Those are the ones that had this shit. You think ugly bitches with ugly girls was out there really handing out disease?
I just asked y'all about y'all's wishes with regards to your legacy. And all y'all talk about is screwing
your legacy.
I said my legacy was my children.
Blame Mook.
That was my legacy, my kids. That's my legacy.
That's where Mook took
and
the show.
And my grandkids.
He took the show down that alley. We was over here, me and Bo was over here talking about legacy.
I know. It's always my fault. You ain't started. The conversation started with you. You had telling me what I couldn't do.
Now let's be for real, Don. You have done a lot for people.
Wait a minute. You don't know nothing about me.
But I'm saying,
you don't know nothing about me.
You done entertained a lot of people. You got a lot of fan base that admires you.
Well, say that then.
And that will be your legacy. I mean, when that is people that you done touched. Through your words. And I was just telling you today, I was working with a dude who was speaking your jokes right out. He was talking about Muhammad Ali. That's the joke he was doing. Muhammad Ali gonna burn the whole damn street up. He had no business running and fire off. And he was like,
I'm just saying I'm not overly concerned. Let me put it another way. You know, they talk about mainstream comedy, blah, 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 which is a code word for white. Mm-hmm. And because of my radical tone and my radical commentary, I'm quite sure that white America, in general, I got some white fans now, but I'm quite sure that in general, white America will not have a whole lot of good things to say about me, and I haven't projected hate or nothing like that. But I would consider myself radical. But if I was overly concerned with my legacy, particularly with regards to the so-called majority, which is code for white in this country, I would have to change my attitude.
So you're not Dick Gregory.
But DC, only white people in my opinion, that has something negative to say to you about, your set or whatever, is those who you done touched the nerve with. Right. For the most part, when I go to your shows, it's a heck of a lot of white folks that come to your shows.
I wish you could see the comments that I got. I was in, last week, I was in St. Louis. Crowd was about half white and half black. Right. And man, I'm telling you, I said, I must be getting soft. Because the white folk, I mean, they just lined, they mobbed me, man.
Yeah.
They mobbed me, but they got it,
Yeah.
But
a lot of them don't make it to the end of the show because
you touch something. You touch something they can't deal with.
Hit them nerves, and they can't take it.
Yeah. But what I found out, DC, the white people really love is somebody who's real.
Yeah.
So you coming from a real point of
you the same no matter what.
They might not agree with you,
right? But they
gonna respect you,
and
they can.
I've had a lot of white. I did a lot of white shows, man. And the one thing they would say is, "You're real, but what you're saying, and you the same way. Your conviction,
but I'm saying, with
your
regards to legacy, I'm not that concerned with what they think about.
But is that your call to make?
I ain't that concerned with what nobody.
Is that your call to make your legacy? Is that your call to make, or is your people around your fans?
I'm just saying, I'm not
expecting.
I ain't living my life trying to make sure that my legacy is clean. I don't, I do what I can.
But it'll be a good
people,
one.
But I ain't. Like I said, I don't get damn if I don't have no funeral.
Yeah.
You gonna have a funeral. You gonna have some pot-bellied pigs there, some goats, and some dogs, and all kind of shit. Fish.
Hey, I doubt it. They don't appreciate me.
Like I said, it's gonna be good. And Bo, I seen Bo. Like Bo has a good show. Bo was touching on some stuff. I was like,
everybody on the show got good shit.
Yeah, Bo was pretty hard, especially on Dwayne Wade's son. The last time I saw Bo over here, Bo was.
But I tell you this, man. If I were a nicer guy, I probably could be further up in the game.
Yeah.
But see, I got a problem. I'm gonna say I got a problem. I ain't gonna go that far. But I'm gonna say this. It's like Bill Russell spoke his mind, man, held his peace, and voiced his opinion about civil rights, about racism, all that shit. I got him way up here on my list of respect.
Right.
Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players ever lived.
Right.
He wouldn't say shit about black folk. He wouldn't say shit about civil rights. He intentionally avoided anything with regard to plighted people. I remember they interviewed him one time and they asked him about saying something about some black issue. And I never forget it. Michael Jordan said, white folk buy gym shoes too.
Right.
In other words, he didn't give a damn about his people.
Right.
He worried about that money.
Right.
Bill Russell was the opposite. He was like, I got the talent. Y'all gonna pay me to play, but I'm gonna speak my piece for my people.
Rest
in
Jim Brown.
peace, Bill Russell. Jim Brown, same way.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think that's why they.
So I'm kind of proud of damn, his name in Los Angeles. LeBron, because he's speaking it. He's speaking on it, man.
Yeah.
Whether he right or wrong, he's speaking on it.
Right. At least you know where he
on
stands.
The flight of his people.
Yeah. Right. Tiger Woods too.
Tiger Woods, he's coming around, but back in the day, all that claiming he wasn't black.
He's combination.
If you have black, man, come on, man.
Did you hear what he had to say? Did you hear what Tiger had to say when he was playing? When he coming up, they wouldn't let him in the field house with the junior golfers when he was coming up.
I never heard him say that.
He said they wouldn't let him in the field house with the junior golfers. Yeah. He had to put his shoes on in the car.
But I did agree with him not speaking as though his mama didn't exist. She Vietnamese or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so he said, I'm half black.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can appreciate him claiming his mother's blood,
Right.
But DC,
but as far as America's concerned, you black, nigga.
Yeah.
Right. But he didn't come up in the 60s and the 70s. He came up in the 80s and the 90s. Right. And at that time, him as a black kid, couldn't go in the field house with the white golfers at that time. We were talking about all the firsts we're doing.
Right.
He was saying that what made him want to beat their ass.
He was like,
he said, I had to put my shoes on in the car. He said, all we went to ask for 2 questions.
Where was the tee?
Where was the tee? And what's the course record?
Yep. That was it. He said, that's all I want. That's all he wanted to know.
Dressed in the car.
Yeah.
He said, me and my dad, we walked up there. All we asked was, where's the first tee? And what's the course record?
Yeah.
So how can a man in America who's experienced that, and I'm getting away from legacy and all that shit, man.
Right.
No, I better not say what I was about to say. I don't think I would.
Well, legacy, what is there other than legacy you can get as a memorial? What if they did a D.C. Curry memorial in Chicago or something?
That's fine, but it ain't gonna make me conform. It ain't gonna control me trying to get a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah. So you just want a successful career?
Because you control that.
I'm helping who I can while I'm here, but I don't give a damn what y'all say about me when I'm dead.
But can you control that?
Make sure.
A legacy is not something that you purposely do, is it?
Some people are trying to stop. That was my question at first.
Your behavior shows concern, though, that you do have concern about your legacy.
They're so concerned with their legacy. What people gonna say about you.
Yeah, but your behavior throughout life shows that you do have some sort of concern about your legacy.
No. I have zero concern for my legacy, brother. Zero. Anything I do, I'm doing it for here and now.
Right, which still though, you're doing it for here and now, but you're
building a legacy as you go.
You're building a legacy as you go. Like, you're not doing anything that's going to stop your money from coming in.
You got
do it a certain way. Like you've done stuff to open doorways for you yourself. Well, what I started to say a minute ago, and this not this last minute, I'm not gonna say what I started to say about Tiger Woods, but I'll say this. Kevin Hart has nothing to say about the plight of black people. No.
And that's part of the reason
purpose is done.
Why he's so successful.
Yeah.
But has he been asked?
I agree.
Huh?
Has he been asked? Has he been put on the spot?
I'm not going
when you got the microphone and you're in front of millions of people, how can you say nothing? Nothing.
But what's the difference? No difference.
What does he think about all the brothers getting killed?
But if he hadn't been asked, because as a publicist, you know ahead of time what question going to be asked. So the publicist maybe don't ask that.
I think it's certain.
And I ain't mad at him. Right. I'm just telling you about me.
Certain stuff messes with their money. Like I'll say this, and even from a sports standpoint, you got all these guys that get these records. The Mannings and the Bradys and stuff. And I'm gonna say 80% of their throws go to black men, black receivers, and things like that. But when it comes out to certain things, even so much as George Floyd, you don't see them in the forefront or saying like, man, that's messed up. You don't see them at all. Now, it threw the NFL for a loop when Pat Mahomes, and that's why, as corny as Pat Mahomes may sound and all that stuff and everything, Pat Mahomes stands up, speaks up for other black quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, and speak his mind on that, So it's everywhere where how these guys just, I'm just not gonna single out Kevin Hart.
I appreciate Pat. I appreciate Patrick Mahomes and what he said the other day with regards to black quarterbacks.
Yeah,
taking more heat than they ought to be taking.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, I ain't curbing my tongue because I'm concerned with my legacy.
Oh, that shit.
And Kevin Hart's perspective, right? We hadn't seen him do anything that's really considered all black. He's been all white, cultural, movie, TV, and shit. And so in the interview, he's selling a movie.
Right.
I ain't heard nobody really asked him anything to do with.
He cannot say and maintain the level of popularity he has among the quote-unquote majority.
And even Justin Timberlake said that one time. He was saying something, and he says, there's some things I want to say. I think he was going back and forth with somebody on Twitter, and somebody was trying to tell him to stay out of it. He said, look, man, I understand your plight and saying, but I just can't say nothing. I remember he tweeted that out. Justin Timberlake did. He said, I can't say nothing.
Yeah.
And they do it on purpose.
So I ain't mad, but it's just a personal choice. Yeah. You can be not opinionated, about racism in this country. You can be not opinionated about equitable justice in this country. But in show business, it costs you, brother.
Yeah.
Right. So big ups to Bill Russell.
But DC, I think your work and your actions will speak for your legacy. You gonna have nothing to do with it. Like you say, it's gonna speak for itself.
That's fine. I'm not trying to intentionally leave a bad legacy.
You got a legacy with me, then. You got a legacy with me.
I don't give a damn.
You got a legacy with me.
Well, I appreciate that, but when I die, you would have been dead for years.
All right, Jesus.
You listen to DisRace. I'm DC Curry.
I'm Bo P.
I'm Mook, man.
I am Brian Harper.
We'll holler. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy, Uncle Elroy. It's DC Curry asking you to subscribe to DC Curry TV on YouTube. Hear my radio broadcast on a weekly basis. DisRace, no hate, but no fear. DisRace don't cost you nothing. I need your subscription. DC Curry TV on YouTube. No hate, but no fear.